About the most common mistakes that people make with their dog that cause severe behavioral problems. And one of those would be, there's several. One of them would be giving people food. Makes you look like a resource for snacks. It's a horrible thing to do. It's totally unhealthy for your dog too. It affects the dog's behavior and physiologically. There's not the proper amount of calcium. It's a horrible thing to do for your dog. Letting your dog in the bed or on furniture, that confuses the status of the dog. You're going to have a dog that is leash aggressive if you do that. I see that a lot of times with single chicks that are older, that aren't into dating anymore, and so they get the dog, because it's a companion. They let the dog sleep in the bed, and then the dog is on the street, and it's, attacking people on the street, and they can't figure out why. That's why you let the dog sleep in your bed. Those are probably the two most common mistakes that people make that cause behavioral problems in your dog. And remember that aggression, any of these things that confuse the dog's status, that's not good. You're going to end up with aggression. They start treating humans like they're equals, and they're not. The dog should see itself as, a second-class citizen. All four on the floor, Fido. Get your feet on the floor. Let your dog jump on you. If you let your dog put its paws on you, this is a fact, it's going to put its paws on other people, meaning it's going to jump on other people. There's just a whole list of things that you really should not do with your dog, yet people do. They do it constantly, and it's going to do the inspection on my car. They just keep doing it, and they get addicted to it. I can't not let my dog sleep in the bed. Really? You would rather have a dog that you can't take out in public? That's what you would rather have than you have that warm body next to you? Go get a boyfriend. I know this sounds like real, but it's mostly chicks. I'm not saying guys don't do this. Guys that let the dog sleep in the bed, and then the girlfriend comes over, man, you're going to have issues. Don't do it. Don't do it. Guys are just as stupid, I'm telling you. When it comes to dogs, it's across the board. It doesn't matter if somebody has a 150 IQ, they're male or female. It doesn't matter. They're all idiots. You're all idiots. You think that it can be one way, and it can't. You put your human experiences on something that's non-human, and that does not work well. We have 4 million dogs dying every year. 4 million are dying every year for improper training, lack of training, or no training at all. 4 million. This is nonsense that people think with the dogs. You turn on, go online and go to social media, and you'll see puppies crawling over children, learning at an early age that it's okay to dominate a human. It's not. Or you'll see babies that are crawling over the dog, like the dog's supposed to not bite. The little human smiling, coming at them. It's coming at them, it's smiling, it's not backing up, and even if the dog backs up, the kid keeps coming, the kid gets bit. No, my dog would never do that. You know what? That's what people say when the dog gets bit. My dog never did anything like that. Yeah, that's right. And then it does. It does. It's not a human. It has to be annoyed once, and then it bites, and then it's got that mark. And most states in this country have a 3-bite law. 3 bites, that's it. Bye-bye, doggy. If you love your dog, you should be training it. You should not be allowing it in the bed, and you should be using a crate and a leash. From the time that you get that puppy, 99% of the time, when it's a puppy, you have it on a leash all the time. I have a friend that just got a lab. It's my friend from childhood friend, man. He's got a lab. He's sending me pictures of the lab, him calling lab to him. But you know what? He don't have a leash on the dog. And he thinks that he's doing something great. Well, you're not. You're not. Put the leash on the dog. You have a leash on the dog when it's a puppy all the time. You're not proving that you're the great dog trainer by getting the puppy to come to you when it's off leash. That's great. Put a leash on it and have it drag the leash and do that. come here. You have a leash on the dog all the time until it's ready to start going off leash. And the transition is the dog is dragging a leash. It drags a leash. That's how you get the dog off leash. Put the leash on the fucking dog. All right? By the way, I'm going to be doing Zoom. I downloaded the Zoom. Sound like a boomer, don't I? It's on purpose. But I downloaded Zoom, and I'm going to be having classes. It'll be set up so it's like, you know, puppies or dogs without training, and then intermediate dogs with some training, and then more advanced, which would be dogs that I've actually worked with or that have done the lower classes, and, you know, I know that they can, you know, figure out what I'm talking about. Listen, you got plenty of time to work with the dog right now, right? You should be doing it, because when you go back to work, you won't have that time. So work with your dog.